You gonna rake? Quench. Yeah. You got 3. That'll work. Sweet. Now see if you can bring those tips together. Just down here. There you go. Just a little more each. Yeah, you could marver that so you can truly bring them together and get that nice pattern on the sides there. Yeah, leave it. Okay, come on out. Are you gonna just block it down, get it ready now?
Yeah. Did you take the pedals? Or I take the pedals?
The what?
Oh, I like the pedals.
Oh, I got you. Just trying to clear out some space around the bench there, I guess. Rose. Easy. It's much less force. Hold strong under there. Longer turn, less force.
Got a little dimple on the bottom, just keep it. Got a dimple on the bottom.
You don't need to worry about that at all.
You heat back up.
You ready for a gather? That dimple doesn't matter at all. No. It's like that. No.
Yeah,
Total. No.
Yeah. They always do the same flat thing. So we'll go with whatever we see.
You got your cork over there. Look at that little air.
I'm not talking towards that.
All right, let's do this.
Let's go for it.
No, just a quick strip and then level out and go. Nice. What that does is it brings glass down from here into there. So it gives you the smaller moil with the relevant glass around the bubble instead of too much material all around.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
That's it. Easier, softer pressure, faster rotation. Just finesse it out all the way back. Not here, here. All right, soak the temperature in there, and then we'll paper the bottom.
What'd you say?
Soak the heat in so you can blow it out and paper the bottom. Make sure you're level while you're in there. It'll feel like it's pulling away from the pipe too soon. You're going to block and blow. Long rotation. Go ahead and paper the bottom. That's it. Stay out there and get that bottom. That's it. There it is. And that way you're only lifting upward. Okay. Stretch and blow a little bit. Nice and easy. Okay, go ahead and marver the bottom. Stretch. Pull towards you as you're doing that. Come back over here. Stretch, marver the bottom, and then blow gently. Just keep that bottom cool. You can let a little more weight rest on it. There you go. Go ahead and blow it out so the shoulder rounds out. Keep going. Keep going. All right. Torch that spot where you want the jack line to go next heat. You want that foot to cool down more before it goes back to the heat. Let me get your heat. You go ahead and clean up the bench and get your jacks ready. I'll be ready when you are. Just preheat the jacks and give them a little wax. Got it? Angle out a bit. Nice, just trying to get that nice valley shaped up for the next move. Next move is really just going to be a slight stretch and then a blowout because we're going to get it ready for the squishing. So we want to fill out the volume early without letting it stretch really tall. Okay. Go ahead and give it a good heat. Go ahead and blow. You want to use that real even heat that you just got to fill it out without only blowing out the bottom. Maybe give it a little more heat and come out and just do that from the start and get that shoulder to move just as much as the, I got you, I got you. Okay, come on out. Go ahead and stretch and blow. You're good. There you go. See how that's moving out now? Keep going, keep going. Let it fill out. You're good. That's all you need for now. Now let's get the heat and get it ready to squish.
You guys want to do a flat one or what? Try to do it flat? No. You want it longer? No? Can we blow it out more, you think, Paul?
I wouldn't blow it out much more, but you can make it rounder a little bit. I mean, you don't want to flatten it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
As in what?
We'll do a,
Okay, how about you flip and I'll flatten. Cap the end of the pipe. Stop. Stay there. Flip. Keep it, cap it. Flip.
you want like something like that, Katie? So it's not too far or what?
Flip.
That's good. Or no, too long.
One more. Uncap for a sec. Okay. You can always give a little blowback out. There you go. If you want to round it back out a little bit, wouldn't be a problem. That's good. Come back and do some more caps and flips. Cap, flip, flip. Now uncap, flip. Okay. You tell me. I can't. Are you asking me or?
I mean, it looks good, right?
Yeah, it looks good to me. Yeah. I mean, you tell me if you want me to get it ready to paddle. It's plenty of warm up there. It doesn't need any flash. Okay, so you'll do a light flash and then just heat the bottom. Come right back. It should be easy to push. You're good.
Oh, sorry.
Now just heat. Don't worry about that. Just heat the foot and we'll paddle it flat. We can always get that crap off of there. Okay, back up and just heat the foot. Just hold on. Stay up there and just heat the foot. There you go. That's all. That's the only place you need the heat right now. When you come out, another 5 seconds, it should be real easy to just push that nice and flat, and then we'll get to the scuff later. No more flash, just come on out.
How do you do cookie first?
A cookie foot?
Yeah. You don't have to do it on this one.
I mean, for my pieces, I don't do cookie feet. That's it. Push a little harder. Okay, stop there. And now leave it vertical. Leave it vertical. No. Set it down. Just leave it and pause. There you go. Like that. Now flip again. Okay, go back and reflatten the foot just a little bit down there. That's it. Stay with it. Maybe even tuck the center in. So when you do that on a flattened piece, it bulges out the wrong way. So it's a good idea to go back in and reset that, you know?
That's good.
Yes.
Flash it.
Yep. Torch and flash again. You're good. I'll be there in a sec. Just light touch, turn. There you go. Ooh, you gotta give me a little heads up on that. I'll let this cool for a sec. You're good. So you're not going to need to trim this. We'll just start superheating that lip. We'll open and paddle and then kind of decide where to go with it from there after we clean it up. How's it look? Remember to give it time. Okay. It's easy to rush it out of there on that first heat back to from the punning, but that's your longest heat. It's not just heating the lip. You're trying to heat into the shoulder a little bit and get it to a point where you can do more than just the lip.
Can we pull it out in a teardrop flame type shape?
I mean, you could. You don't have much material there to get much of a neck. Usually you would set that up with a longer shape to start, but I mean, you can always swing it, you know. There you go. Down. Let it stretch if you want. If you want to go taller, this is, well, I mean, yeah, because it's heating up. Just give it time to kind of marinate as it is. Maybe even go back to the heat before you do any more. See, you just kind of you kind of dropped out the shoulder a little bit, which is good. You could do that again, but you got to be gradual with your heat gradient there. Flash well, and then do the same kind of thing you just did, where you get it a little too hot and then come out and just let it stretch on its own. Try to slow down your turn until you need to turn faster. Now flash again, just take care of that punny one last time. And be ready to get out of there and stretch a little bit. Deep stretch. Nice. So you got a more even heat throughout the wall thickness now. If you want to do a pull and elongate it, you can. Or you can just kind of let it keep riding like this.
What do you think?
I like the softer shape like this, personally.
Right. Now, do you squeeze it and cut it? Or
Not until you have the right heat. It needs heat in the lip to do that, so. Flash well.
All right.
You're good. Get in there. Stay in there. Come on out. Stretch down on your way out and then get in the bench and start pulling the lip. You may not trim at this heat. This might just be for the pull.
That's a little hotter.
Get your heat. If you got both doors open, it's really hard to get the heat right where you need it in the lip. So. There you go. Draw it down together. Like you're trying to make the diameter smaller. Keep going. Keep going. That's good. I'll give you a little bit deeper heat now. You got something to work with. You could, if you got the heat, I would go for another little pull and then a quick trim. Keep going. Go ahead and trim and get behind your pinches. That's it. Stay with it. Stay with it. Stay with it.
Oh, come on.
Keep going. You're fine. Nice. The answer is always don't try to fix it. Just stay in the course and it will come out of there. You're good. Just get up there. I'll help you out. You don't have to wait for me. Move me around. Deep flash. Stay in there. Come on out. Heat just the top. You're going to have to get in deeper if you only want the top hot because it's wide open at you. So try to slow your turn. Eventually you'll turn faster, but only when you really need to, just to keep it going. And remember to turn the other direction too.
Is that a flash that puzzle?
You got to go. Fast turn, fast turn. Stay with it. Just thinking about what's going on right here. That's it. Nice. Look at that. Easy off. I really wouldn't mess with that again if it were me. What? Where are you going? You're running away. Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay, then you need to soak the heat back here and give that time to cool. You don't want to rush back to the heat because then you're just heating that again. So Get in there and get that soda flare on the, that's the weakest part right there. So that's where all the stress comes from, is that attachment. You'll see it start to crack there too. All right, now go back and flash a couple times and we'll be ready. Right back in, just dive in there and get that burner on the punny. Yep. Give it a slow 5 seconds till you see that crackle start to go away. It's good to me. Nice. Awesome, dude.
Thank you so much.
Nice work.
Thank you. No? I'm gonna get one of them to be my capture assistant. You didn't really, well, at least the top.
It's still cooling, but yeah, I mean, it's,
This color, the red.
there it is. Yeah, it's down there.
Yeah.
It'll show up.
I think it'll fit. I like this one too. This is the first one we did with the venture in the screen. Have you ever made pendants on this kind of crap and just slump it? No.
Pendants? Like
Or you don't-
lights?
No. Like,
Oh, no. I don't make that.
So how long have you been doing this?
Making glass? Since 2000. So I started in January of 2000.
You ever drop any when you're?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I
Try not to.
Yeah.
So you can be more aggressive, like when you ask me to do the transfer, that's when I'm being way more aggressive. There's been times I've called to put on the rope.
Yeah, you can't shock it at all, right?
My bench.
Well, it's just a vibration.
My benches have these tabs that are higher than most other people, so it doesn't.
Roll off?
Yeah, it doesn't roll off well, and I like it, but most people have a much smaller little nub of a ledge there, so that's what they're used to. So it happens quite often. People ding the back of the pipe on that, and they're like,
This is vanilla.
You don't keep any cushion or anything down below to catch it?
Kevlar. But Kevlar would burn, and sometimes it still survives. You can pick it back up sometimes and get it back in there, but it's all a matter of.
Get on the house, grab it, throw it in, grab it. Well, or it's just, even taking its weight will make it stronger too. If it's in on one side, even with weight like it, then it drops. I got green and I got them here. Lapis blue, green venturine, which is small print, and then dense green. Here, I'll do this one. This is a long time. If you want to do the shoe. No. There's a dense green, and then yep.
Okay, gang, I'm going to take a little short break. eat some lunch, get set up for some afternoon work, and I'll see you shortly. Go all the way in. Let me get you back on my tracker here. We're going to start flashing all the way into the heat and then all the way back out. And I'll hang out here at the bench for a second. Keeping everything centered and not wobbling is key, because I don't want to, if a wobble sets in right now, it's going to be very hard to get out of there in the time that I'm going to have to work with it after this. So I'm going to flash again, building up a nice confident heat throughout the whole wall thickness so that it has time to continually cool now. And I can hang it out right here. Turn off my fan. I don't want anything blowing directly on it. But now that it's hanging out there, I can come over here and get my punty ready. This is part of the dance that you have to do when you work by yourself. Go make your own punty while hanging up the piece and keep everything happy and hot together. Now, shaping this is pretty simple. It's very specific, but it's simple. I'm just going to marver the side, rolling it on the table real even and leaving myself some glass off the end on purpose, because I'm going to smush it flat, pushing the glass around the sides, and then when I roll it again, it's going to make more of like the connection I get is going to be more like a donut. You could, it's like, I think also it's called a crown punty, where it's a very small attachment that you can use for a wide iron. You know, you don't have to have a big fat attachment if you don't need it and if it's not good for the piece. So now I've got my piece back on the bench, turning consistently. I have a slight glow into the moil of the piece, which is good. I just need to get this punty warm enough. For instance, now it's so much warmer, it's glowing red, you see. I can stick it right on the center on the bottom. Whoa, that was not on center. Let's move that down there. There we go. Okay, now we're getting there. Boop and boop. All right. Now I can true it up as it turns. I've got a nice firm connection here, and you can see that that's hotter than it is over there. If I want to stress that other connection out even more, I'll drip some water on it. Stressing that out, breaking that glass on a small scale through the surface is how I'll break it off the end here. Like that. And now, sorry, as I was doing that, it's very hard to change cameras while I have two hands on the glass right there. But now I'm all the way in the heat, refusing that attachment onto the tip of the bottom is going to be a nice way to make sure that it doesn't want to break off of there throughout the rest of the process. So I just give the whole thing a nice even heat and fusing on. I'll put away the old blowpipe, and now I just have my punty. Remember, punty, from what I hear, is an Italian word for bridge or transfer as a verb, and we transferred it onto a solid iron off of the blowpipe. That was just kind of the process there. So I've heard other people say that it means point in French, which I believe it does, I'm sure. I don't know who came first with the word punty as this particular meaning, but I think it means both. I'm sure the Swedish people in Northern Europe and all that have a different word for it that probably somehow amazingly sounds like punty. I don't know why. So I'm going to be here for a little while. This is the longest heat I was telling you about, where I really need to take, I really like to take my time and heat up the top half. So first I'm going to do is sitting down and re-newspapering the back end of the glass here. Right back here, I actually like the way it is. I want it to stay put, so I'm cooling it underneath here with the pad, my newspaper. And then, for instance, I can do stuff like this and still work on the lip a little bit, but I don't want to overheat that too soon. If I do, the glass is going to start reacting awkward. So first I'm going to cool down the top of the shoulder with the paper. And I'm going to take a little time to torch, superheat that lip that clearly needs to be trimmed. And I'm just going to superheat that edge. What this does is give the rest of the piece back here a chance to just cool down a little bit more so that it's not going to overreact when I start heating again. But when I come back out, I want this lip to be so hot that I can trim it off nicely. You see my connection back here is okay. It's on center and it's not cracking. That's a bad sign. If you start seeing cracks show up in there, then you need to reheat your punty more. I'm going to go back to the piece now, or to the hole. You would have dropped it? No, you wouldn't. You got to learn the dance through repetition of how to get a punty on a piece, no matter how awkward and heavy that piece is. It's let me turn up my glory hole a little bit here, get it raging so I can heat the lip properly. Throughout the day, the glory hole needs to be adjusted up and down. It's never going to be just what you need all the time. So I'll flash well, get a lot of heat in the connection, and then I'm going to back up, and you see I can stay about here, just heating the lip where I was torching. Now, see how much hotter that lip is than the rest? I can go back here and cool down the shoulder again with the paper. And I just got it so that I can heat this, trim this, excuse me. Whew, it's hot. Okay. Done better. But it'll work because now it'll reheat evenly down here. Ah, where's my air hose? Get any dust out of there if I can. And now we're back to heating and shaping, not just trimming. It's awesome to see we have 20 people or so showing up. I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you for showing up. Please give me a follow. Feel free to throw in on the subscription train lately. I am here at least 2 or 3 days a week, trying to show as much material as I can, and I'm trying to create nice content. I've got a few cameras running, and I'm just going to be trying to get better all the time, so please stick around. So you may notice that not much happens during each one of these times that I'm working with it, but it's slowly building the heat to get where I want it to go eventually. It has turned into a much warmer day around here than I expected. I will be putting shorts on during my break. And drinking extra water, because you gotta drink it now for later. Okay, back to my zoomie. pressure down here and then back to here. Now I'm going to really start superheating this area that you see me opening, which is really just this section, by the way. I don't want to overdo it. If I overheat it, it's going to absorb the heat in an improper way, and it's not going to let me shape it well. So I'm just getting my newspaper ready for when I come out. Ooh, there's a crack in there. Ooh, that's going to feel nice when I find it. Okay. KC, I was just basically singing your praises a little while ago. I gotta tell you, that raid that you gave me last week was a huge... I need to give you a huge thank you for that, because that made a big difference. It actually got me a really nice exposure that I could not have gotten by just hoping. So thank you. As soon as I can, I will do my best to return that kind of a favor. I really can't wait to get some more attention towards my channel and send it your way as well. Pay no mind to the burning arm in the background. It is what it is, as they say. Ooh. Time to open up both doors. My newspaper's wearing out. Makes it very hard to put any pressure on the hot glass when you need to. So the piece keeps wanting to open itself up, but that's okay. We're gonna make this still nice. And I don't know if you remember me mentioning this is gonna be essentially a prototype. I just want to see how the colors look well, or excuse me, see if they look well together. And blowing it out evenly is totally fine. So hot. There, I kind of like that. Now, I've got the top of it the way I like. And I'm going to work on the bottom. Thank you, Gaming Mama. I want this last little bit to not have that slight wobble to it. which is really just a fine-tuning thing. It's really not going to change much from the way it looks now. It just takes me needing to really put on a sleeve before I start working so I don't start burning myself so much. That way I could be here longer on the lip like this. Let me give you a zoom. So I'm just trying to tuck that lip a bit and open it up underneath the lip. I'm going to run over and get a paddle that I should have had already. Okay. So I'm staying in here a while to build up a heat towards the top of the piece. What I really don't want is this punty to be stressed out by being chilly for so long, by me taking too much time on the top half of the piece. It can be easy to kind of forget how much you need to take care of your punty. The way I like to describe it to students is that when you're flashing, you're buying yourself time to stay outside of the heat. If you don't flash, you don't have the time to work on it for as long as you want to. There we go. Now it's just tucked in there gently. And one last heat to even that out. Nice wide horizon over the sea with a bit of clouds up top. I think we got it. So now, oops, sorry guys, there we are. So now I'm balancing out the heat from top to bottom, the whole thing all the way inside the heat and then all the way back out without trying to heat any one particular part. I just want this part that I'm touching with the paper up here to chill out a little bit. And now, when I heat again, I'll be balancing out the heat by going all the way into the furnace deep again, getting a full temperature all the way into the connection as well. That's going to build a nice strength, and then back out. I'm going to float with it here for a second. Hey, how are you? Yeah, of course, everything's over there. Should be labeled well. Actually, I remember you made the bowl, didn't you? Yeah. The one bowl of the day. Okay, so as I come over here, I'm going to take this to my knockoff, come up here and set some water down on here, just in the attachment. Try to fracture the attachment. Now I can easily just let it hang. I'm going to send a vibration down there. It's going to break off at the weakest part. Right there. I'm going to go ahead and glove up and put it in the oven. And then let it cool overnight. odds are pretty successful. So, hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me turn off my recording. But I can tell you it looks very nice. Maybe I'll put it up on my Instagram stories. So again, I'm heating up the tip of this iron. This iron is one of my medium/large pipes. I have one pipe that is larger than this. And this I found is good for making the medium-sized lamps that I make, which means it's also good for this bottom half of the mushroom lamp. A similar amount of glass. So I'm going to start building up layers of color as I build up my mass. I'm actually going to start with the ivory as my first base color. There's going to be a light inside of this, much like all of us, of course. But this light is going to, or this color is going to help diffuse the light nicely. It's not exactly a white, it is more of a ivory color, off-white. It's very nice. Okay, for the base, first bubble, that's all I really need. 4 heavy rolls. Hey friends, thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging in there with me through that break. I just needed to get some people out the door. Needed to get a little snack, answer some emails. Thank you for being here.